Now, y'all know this channel is not about controversy. It is not about politics and race. Like, we try to have fun on this channel. Of course, we react to some stuff that, you know, that could be divisive, I guess. But overall, you know, it's all about fun over here. But today, in us having fun, I hope, we're reacting to something controversial. So this song has been making its way through just the news, the news cycle, for a multitude of reasons. Now, from what I've read, is that it's divisive. It supports lynching. Has a little bit of a racial undertone to it. Like, I've just heard nothing but bad things. But in hearing all those bad things, I hear that it's a good song and a lot of people like it. So it's like, I just gotta hear it. You know, we don't I try not to predicate my thoughts on other people's thoughts, unless I know or for sure seen or heard something myself. I try not to cast judgment. Your reputation precedes you, for sure, but I just never been one of those people. I've never been a monkey see monkey do type of person. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it a chance. I want to hear it. It's called "Try That in a Small Town," by Jason Aldean. I hope I didn't butcher his name, but because this is our first song reacting to him, you know, we gotta do some research. That's what we do here on this channel. We gotta do some research and find out who it is we reacting to. So here we go. Jason Aldean, I think it's Aldean, is an American country music singer. Since 2005, he has been signed to Broken Bow Records, a record label for which he has released 10 albums and 40 singles. His 2010 album, My Kind of Party, is certified quadruple platinum by the RIAA. His 2012 album, Night Train, is certified double platinum, while all the rest of his albums are platinum. Gotcha. He's received 5 Grammy nominations and has won 2 for Best Country Album. Okay. All right, so we're dealing with the well-established, and he's been doing this how long? Since 2005 he's been signed, but how long has he been singing? Since 1998. All right. Oh, so he's been doing this for a hell of a long time. Established, widely known, has the accolades. We're dealing with a big name here. All right. I'm really excited to hear this. Try That in a Small Town. Again, fresh react. Other than the news that I've heard about it, I have not heard anything about this song. I have not heard the song. And so I'm really excited to see what it's all about, man. And hopefully what's been, pushed about this song isn't true. But let's hear it, man. Let's see what's going on here.
Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like. Cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough? Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town.
So off rip, I think we could take race. Well, at least we only a minute in a 3-minute song, so that would be irresponsible. But the race factor, I've seen straight up white people, like it sounds like it's targeted to major cities, New York, LA, where a lot of the big protests that happened a couple years back took place, even though it took place all over the world. But it was, of course, heightened in New York, LA, DC. But I haven't heard anything about lynching yet. I haven't heard anything targeted towards black people yet. I did like the guitar at the beginning. I did like the guitar. That sounded beautiful. But yeah, nothing racially motivated, like none of that yet. And he's saying, look, all that y'all do in major cities, don't bring that shit to my town, because we gotta, now it is a bit of a threat. You're saying, hey, y'all that do all that stuff in big cities, do that exact same thing in my town and see what happens. But he hasn't. Look, I'm going through this with an objective, clean mind. Let's take anything that you could think is this, and unless he says it, we're not gonna throw it on him. I'm gonna try to be fair. I'm always fair. I'm always gonna be fair. He hasn't said anything in regards to what will happen to those people if they do what they do in big cities. You know, he hasn't said what will happen, but he said don't do that here. That's what we got so far. And I do like his voice, I do like his voice. He can sing. But let's keep going.
Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town full of good old boys, raised up right.
Okay. Again, what he said. So if you take away the music video and you just listen to this song, I didn't hear anything that was racially specific, and I didn't hear anything that alluded to lynching. I'm off the first listen. I didn't hear any of that. Now, when you watch the video and you see that most of the footage appears, I don't know, it could be just generic protest and riot footage, but it looked like it was predominantly a lot of the Black Lives Matter protests. That's where I see the racially motivated part of it. But still, that would be a reach. So I'm trying to really connect the dots again without alluding to anything or throwing anything that he didn't say. Because again, he didn't say anything about lynching, and he didn't say anything about a particular race. But again, you watch the video again, and it looks like a lot of that footage was predominantly Black Lives Matter protests. It did. I could see where that would come from. Now to the song itself, I like that guitar solo towards the end. I really like the guitar, both in the end when it was building up and the end with the solo. Jason has a really good voice. I genuinely enjoyed his voice. Definitely fits that country style. But I did like his voice. For the song was good. It was again, maybe I gotta hear it again. Again, the message is pretty clear. He's from a small town, and he's saying in his town they don't tolerate all of that protesting and all of that robbing and stuff like that, which is true. I know that personally to be true. Not from a racial standpoint, from a small town standpoint. My father, he's from a small town in Virginia, and like everybody knows each other. Everybody in some way, shape, or form is connected to each other. So if something happens to one person in that community, it kind of like everybody kind of takes it personal. You know what I mean? One of my favorite movies is damn it, now I'm blanking. What's that movie? It was two brothers in the old it was in Texas. Damn it, what's the name of that movie? Not No Country for Old Men. I'm blanking. But it's a movie where these two brothers robbed a bank, and the whole town was chasing them, trying to, stop them or kill them. And so that's a real thing. Small towns are very intimate, and everybody really do, they care about the sheriff, they care about the community center, the hospital, everybody, because again, everybody knows each other. You know what I mean? So that I can vouch for. His motivation, I can't. Or who he's specifically talking to, I can't. So, again, now the lynching part, I didn't hear it all. I didn't see it all. So I don't know where that came from. Y'all would have to let me know what I'm missing. I know where it's coming from if you are trying to find a problem. Basically, the insinuation is, we all know lynching, especially African American men, pretty popular during the Jim Crow and pretty much everything even though you could find lynching still happen today, especially in Atlanta. It was a little point in Atlanta a few years ago where it was like multiple lynchings and it was all black men. So lynchings do happen, and of course it's usually carried out by white people in small towns. But again, you would have to purposely take some of what he said, add it to your prior knowledge, and then I'm just listening to what he said and what I saw. I'm really trying not to have a negative perception of the song. And again, everything that he specifically said, I really didn't hear anything bad. So, again, might be controversial. People may have a problem with it. And I get it. You definitely... Now, what I could see a lot of people taking issue with, which was not a part of the outrage that I was seeing, even though he talked about crimes, he specifically said, "Yo, robbed the old lady," something about hitting the cop. All of those are crimes, right? So you could get that, but when you say, or when you show people that were just protesting and you saying, "Bring that to my town, we got a problem," that's an issue. You can't say, "Yo, because y'all up in those big towns, y'all protest and do all of that, talking about the police, you bring that to my town." That's crazy. You cannot, quote unquote, kind of threaten somebody because they have a right to protest. Like, you can't do that. Like, that defeats the purpose of what the police are for. The police protect that right. So you kind of like that doesn't make sense. So the fact that so much of the footage was protests, but again, he did throw in some robberies and people pulling out guns, that I could understand. But when you was showing just the protesters, that's crazy. That's what I would have a problem with. But listen, man, again, controversial. You like it, you love it, you hate it. It's your opinion. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. I mean, that message of, hey, talking down on the police and protesting, don't do that in my town. I don't support that. That's crazy. I'll speak for myself. The same way I protest in DC is how I would protest in a small town. And I dare somebody to try to hurt me for feeling that way. I dare you. But take that aside. I didn't hear anything specifically racially motivated, and I didn't hear anything about no lynching. So take those two away. Pretty good song. But y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. I know this is gonna be controversial. I know people gonna have some things to say, and I'm open to hearing all of them. Maybe I missed something. Again, this is my genuine first time ever hearing this song, so maybe I gotta hear it again, and I missed something. And if I did, put it in the comment section and say, "Drew, you stupid idiot, how did you miss that?" Because I swear I was really listening. Y'all saw me. I was listening. But if I missed it, y'all let me know, man. Let me know how y'all felt about it. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, peace.